Hey, I'm Supats, lifelong solopreneur. Now living my life with only one passion to help solopreneurs to launch their digital products on fast track so that they can be profitable as fast as within 1 week, and they want to scale, they can join the membership. And as a bonus, I show them how they can sell their digital products all over the world using affiliates. Without further delay, let's get started.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to New Beginning Inspiration for You podcast. And as our promise, we have a special guest today. But today's special guest, with just by looking at her photo, it gave me so much of freshness. And means she says she's grandmother, but hey, she looks so young. I mean, you can look at her face and you can see how much fun she's having with her life, how much full of energy she is. She is full of happiness. She is Beverly Cornell, fairy godmother of brand clarity, author, and podcaster. She is in this business more than 25 years, and she has been helping hundreds of purpose driven entrepreneurs to clarify their brand. Brand is the thing, it is the first needed in your business, and I think it is highly neglected because many times solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, they start their business and they don't give damn about brand. They, because it's not like that they
Yeah,
don't want to, just because they are not
right.
educated to it. Brand is so important for your business, for your life, that actually amplifies your vision for your life. You bring your life vision into your business, and then you have your business aligned to your life vision. Oh my goodness, you don't need anything else, because then your business becomes the
Mhm.
service for your life and others. It's really amazing thing. But hardly anyone knows, and today we have Beverly. She is going to teach us what is a brand, how to get brand clarity, and how you can develop your own brand so that you will attract the right clients for your products or services. So without further delay, let me invite Beverly. Beverly, I don't want to say Cornell. I really love this wickedly branded. So let's get started. Stage is all yours. I want to know your story.
Well, I was never a intentional entrepreneur. I accidentally stumbled into this space. I was a VP of marketing for a tech startup in Detroit, Michigan, and met my future husband and became an active. My husband's an active duty Army soldier, so I had to travel with him. And the military makes us have to move every couple 3 years. So I literally did this to create a job for myself that would go with my husband. And with that being said, I was under no false pretenses of how much work it was going to be to build a business, because I had just worked for a tech startup that went from a million to 10 million. So I knew the amount of work and things you had to do to make a business be successful. But I just thought, I'm just going to own my little couple of people that I help. I'm just going to do this thing. I'm not going to have a team. I'm just going to be able to have this flexibility. It was going to be perfect. I was fully remote back in 2011, which was not really even a thing then. And the next thing I knew I had referrals and I had all these clients. And I had to hire somebody, and I ended up going from a freelancer to an actual business owner, and that transition was not linear, and it wasn't easy, and it wasn't simple. And as a marketer, I was not even doing marketing for myself, the cobbler's kids that have no shoes, because I was helping everybody else. And before I could really even understand what was happening, I became extremely overwhelmed. I became very upset about like where the business was, and I knew something had to change. And in this process was the messy middle of life. I was a wife to my husband, who was kind of a different relationship. He was deploying, coming back. He would have to be gone for a while. He was going to training exercises. So here I was, a wife in a different city than I grew up. I was now a stepmom. We ended up becoming foster parents and then adopted a child. I had some health issues where I injured my hip and had to have major surgery. And all of this stuff is happening, the real life stuff, and I'm running this business. And what I found was that I was not alone. So many women are in this exact same spot. And I'm a high performing overachiever, recovering perfectionist who wanted it all to be perfect, right? And so
Oh
from
yeah.
that experience, I realized that I gained a ton of clarity on what I think worked for me. I created a ton of systems, and from that, I gained courage and bravery and confidence, and that led to momentum and led to this amazing business now where I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs just like me get that same kind of clarity, get the same kind of courage, build those systems that work for them, and really magnify their impact in the world. And so this has been a journey filled with ups and downs. But now I used to get up at 3 a.m. and be totally stressed. And now I wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm like, ooh. So totally different.
Yeah, that is really good because that is the question they ask, right? So, who is your ideal customer and why do they wake up 3 a.m. in sweat? Hey, but hey, your condition change and that is change for good. That is so amazing. It is really
Yeah.
nice. So, yeah, so what are the challenges? Means basically, it is not easy because you just accidentally started, but what are the challenges you faced when you started? I of course you mentioned already a lot of challenges, means your
Yeah.
surgery and this and that, the changing life and all. But what is the main challenge you
I
overcame?
really think that the main challenge that I had, and you kind of asked a question too about being the biggest mistake, they're kind of tied together, was saying yes to everything.
Okay.
My clients ended up building my
Oh.
business. And then you add this other
Uh-huh.
idea of this concept of, I call it the should suitcase. You should do this for your family. You should be balancing your life. You should be running your business this way. Everybody has a 9 to 5 job. They have an office. And I realized that the shoulds didn't work for me. And I had to kind of break free from that, put that suitcase down and look at like things that actually worked for us. So it ended up that I had to fire a
Oh
couple of
yeah.
clients. A couple of clients left me, which was, it probably should never have been
Mm-hmm.
clients. And I realized who my ideal client was and who I wanted to attract to the business. And then I realized that like things like we don't do ads. We don't do those for our clients. But what we can help you do is find your soul and strategy for your brand and digital marketing and simplify it all in the process for you. But we don't do some things because we don't do them enough to do them really well. And we don't feel confident enough to do that for you. But we know people who can do that for you. We have great partners that do these things all day long and are the fairy godmothers or godfathers of their particular industry. And so we learned how to say no. And we also learned what worked for us. And the beautiful part is we live in a world now where you can create the exact business that works for your life. So instead of me feeling guilty because I had a baby that was a foster child and he would not sleep, oh my goodness, would he not sleep? And so I would be on calls with this little baby, patting his back, doing the work. And what I realize is that if somebody doesn't respect that, they're probably not the perfect client for me. I can do
Absolutely.
things. I can be a
Yeah.
mom and I can be a kick butt marketer for you. But if you're judging me, then you're probably not the person. So usually we work with those female founders because they're living that life. They know. Now my kids are grown now. I have 20-year-old and a 10-year-old. But most of my clients, all of my clients have seen Zeke at some point in the background say hi or whatever because that is my life. And like right now we're recording, it's summer. He's home. He's upstairs playing with his friends on video games. But that is a part of my life that I'm not going to hide anymore. And it's not about balance. It's about inclusion of everything, all the things that make up my life. And then how does this business help me find purpose and help others find theirs?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have to find your purpose and you have to be clear with your own branding. Then you can help
For
someone
sure.
else, right? And yeah, because many times what happens, we just put ourselves on the back burner, but no. And that actually help you find your
Hmm.
ideal clients. So now it is a win-win situation,
Definitely.
right?
And
Perfectly
when you
fine.
know who you are, when you're
So
clear on who you are, the ability to serve others magically, like, it expands. So that clarity gives you a superpower to be able to help others in a way that you never thought were possible.
yeah, and your actually purpose and passion is very, very clear because you just want to help other people to achieve the life
Hmm.
what they want. And so you can live the life on your
Yes.
own terms. That's perfectly, yeah, great. And I work with lots of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and they are very passionate about the services they offer, the products they create. But when it comes to sales and marketing, many of them they just freeze. They say, oh, I want to have business, but I don't want to do sales and marketing. And sales and marketing is 80% of the business. You don't want to do that, what kind of business? So tell which is the one great tip for sales and marketing which really worked for you and which you can recommend to others.
So I think for many years, I gave a lot of advice to clients that I didn't follow. I am really guilty of giving really good advice and then I wasn't following it. And the moment that I realized that I needed to step into my own power and my own purpose and be the best case study for my clients, helped me be far more compassionate and have empathy for the journey that all of our clients are on. Every single customer or client we've worked with, those overachieving, overwhelmed founders, they all love helping people. And they started their business to do that thing, not the marketing, not the sales, not the accounting. Trust me, accounting is like the bane of my existence. I need money to grow my business, but I don't like to have to do all this stuff to make that happen. So I have a wonderful accountant. One thing that helped me a lot with kind of getting centered of clarity was I wrote a list of all the things that drive me, that make me excited, the things I look forward to doing every day, and a list of all the drainers that sucked my soul and made me procrastinate and push off again and again and again. And I started to offload one by one the drainers, whether it was automating, creating a system, hiring a VA, whatever it was, it looked like, or even just getting rid of it altogether because it just wasn't close enough to the growth of the company. It helped me really get clear on what lights me up in that sense. And I think so many entrepreneurs think that they do have to balance all the plates. And I understand there's a level of financial investment that may have to happen to do this. I certainly was at that place. Can I afford a bookkeeper? But then I realized, I remember one tax season when I was losing my mind. My hair was all over the place. I was in the middle of all these receipts, doing all these things, looking a little cross-eyed because I had been looking at that spreadsheet for so long. And I was not fun to be around because I was so stressed out about this thing that I don't do it on a daily basis. So it takes me 10 times as long because I don't do it every day. Was I could be charging a client X amount of dollars during that time or getting a new client or do something that I love, or I could be doing this thing and for a couple $100, I could offload that thing. And I realized that the power of when you offload, I can actually make more money by offloading that thing, sitting in my zone of genius, as opposed to doing this thing that was not my, was the exact opposite of the zone of
No, no,
genius.
you're so true. I cannot actually means agree more. As an entrepreneur, you are wearing so many hats. You are wearing CEO hat, you are wearing CFO hat, you are also wearing admin hat, bookkeeper hat, graphic designer hat. How many hats can you wear? It is your business, your brain, your strategy should be there, and of course you will have guide, but still it is your business. You
Yeah.
have to use your brain. And then low value tasks like bookkeeping or VA or graphic design and admin, you can surely offload, you can delegate, and you can create more room
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. And then you are wearing actually high value hat
Mm-hmm.
all the time. and then your business
Right.
really grows like
Right.
crazy. It's such a great tip. And many times people just ignore that because whatever reason, because they may not have that many resources, they want to do everything on their own, or they feel no one can do
Right.
as good as me. And so there are many reasons, but once they decide that and take action, life changes, business changes for good. It
It
is
is. It
so
is.
amazing. Thank you. Thanks for
So
sharing.
I remember
Yeah,
was giving this
really
advice to one of my
appreciate.
clients. I was like, you should do this and do this. And I was, and he was like, okay, okay. But I literally like left my body and was looking down at the conversation and saying, why are you not doing this, Beverly? Like, this works. You have client after client results that this works. Why are you not doing that for
Mhm.
yourself? And once I
Mhm.
did that for myself, everything
Mhm.
changed. And like you said, it affects all
Yeah,
areas of your life. But I was a
absolutely.
better mom and a better wife and a better daughter and a better business person because with my clarity, I was able to say very easy yes and no's to everything. It wasn't like, well, maybe I should do that. No, no, we're not
Absolutely.
doing that. That doesn't do this. It doesn't fit into my clarity. It's not. I had focus. I knew what I was supposed to do. I knew my next best steps, and I just kept doing that. And now I have a team of 10 people, and I have clients all over the world, and I am able to be on podcasts like this instead of actually drowning in accounting. So it's changed my entire day and how I function by being far more intentional
Absolutely.
with the things that I
Oh, yeah.
do, my time, how I chunk and stack my time, the kind of yeses and nos that I make. It's very different decision making that happens now.
And this is how you get work life balance too, right? You don't need to
Yeah.
burn out. I mean, basically, burnout is so real, and then burnout means then you feel like throwing
But in
away
the
everything.
society, this
So,
hustle culture is all about kind of burnout.
oh
And I
yeah,
don't know. Like
oh
that's
yeah,
not how we're
yeah.
supposed to live. We have summer
No,
Fridays.
absolutely not.
We have a lot of
No.
things where we balance life because that is not what this is about. This is, we don't work, we don't live to work, we work to live. And that is our
Oh
culture.
yeah.
And that is the way I have approached my business. My business isn't for me. I don't think I'll ever be a Bill Gates. Like, that's not going to happen. I mean, I guess it could happen, but that's not really my internal goal. No,
That's not your
my
goal,
internal
yeah.
goal, though, is to help as many small business owners create ripple effects in their own community and in their own teams and their own lives, that it makes things better for them because they have more clarity, they have more confidence, they have more momentum in their lives for their business. They're able to grow. And so that is my goal. But it's also just to like take my family to Europe next year and to buy a swim spa for our backyard. It's not some grand thing that for us, it's just to live a life we feel very comfortable in and then to give back in other ways as much as possible. That's my goal. But every single client I work with has different goals. The one little golden thread, though, that is so beautiful is all of them want to create impact and help people have better lives. With either they're consultants or coaches or creatives, but they're helping them, either find more health, find more wealth, find more confidence, find all these beautiful things that are making the world a better place. And I know right now we need more of that in the world. So that's my goal right now, is to live in that space.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. And if you see, the great innovation happen when you are not working. For example, Newton was under apple tree. He was, I think, chilling, and then he invented gravity. And Archimedes, actually, he was having fun in his bathtub, and he realized eureka, eureka. So means it's the great innovation happens when you are having your work-life balance, when you are having your life fun. So that is so important, and you are teaching others, and you are teaching by your own
Mm-hmm.
example too. That is
I had to
so
walk the
nice.
walk to
So
talk
now,
right now. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. So now, actually, you have been doing this business for 25 years, but now if someone tells you that you want to start this business from scratch, what different approach you will take?
I really feel like intentionality is probably the most
Mm-hmm.
powerful thing. Don't let life happen to you. Don't let business happen to you. Like I said, I let my clients create the business, and I said yes to things I shouldn't have said yes to. Being super intentional with our goals, our focus, our clarity, what our team does, our systems, being intentional with my calendar and my time. Every year, for example, in January, I set aside time for family vacations, visit with friends, massages, summer Fridays, and we have a 4-day weekend every single month. And that is blocked off January 1. Like those are sacred. And then within that, I look at, okay, I want this time, maybe to be meditation or to be movement of some sort. You don't have to work 9 to 5, business. Give yourself time to breathe in there and set aside time intentionally for you. So I love to read business books. Like I'm an avid reader. So I set time every week during my business day to read a business book because it's about business. I set time. Okay, so I don't do meetings every day. I will only do meetings on Tuesdays through Thursdays. Mondays is kind of my I work on the business stuff, so I do some accounting stuff or financial forecasting. I'll do some team reviews. I have some coaching on that day. That's kind of like the on the business day. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are hard work days, and Wednesdays are usually recording days for my podcast. And then I also do some writing on Wednesdays. It's more about my my legacy days is what I call them. Like that's where I write. I'm writing a book. I'm doing all these things. This is the day I take for like bigger picture type connections, bigger picture type authority building. And then Fridays I have open for anything that might come up, but also for me to be able to spend time with my son, or if we have appointments, doctor's appointments, eye doctors, we have to go run errands for something. That is my day that's a little bit more open where I can just live my life, like life that just happens. And then in between there, I can get some stuff done. If I'm waiting in line at UPS, I can answer some emails. I work it in, but that's my day where I kind of like whatever doesn't get done or I need to get done, that's the day I do. My catch up day, I guess. And then what I have left over usually is a few hours I spend with my son. We might go to the pool, or we might go to the movies, or we might play a board game, whatever that looks like, but it's really one-on-one connection with my son. And I get to do that because I can.
Yeah,
And
that is
so
really
many
great.
entrepreneurs don't think of it that way.
Oh no, yeah, you're so right, so
I
true.
actually,
So I wanted to ask you, so what is the free advice or free resource do you have for
yeah.
our
So
audience to
so
give?
many of our clients, they come to us with one of three problems. They don't have clarity, they don't have confidence, and they don't have systems. They feel like marketing is overwhelming. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to start. And I think you took our quiz, right? You took it so you can kind of see how it works. But what it
Oh
is
yeah,
a marketing quiz.
oh
It's
yeah.
3 minutes. I think there's maybe 10 questions. It's not very many, but it really helps you understand where you're struggling the most. Is it clarity? Is it your confidence? Or is it simplicity in marketing? And then from there, you'll get some real tips about that specific area of struggle and an opportunity to maybe apply some of those tips to your work right away. They're real simple tips, nothing too hard. But if you need someone to
Yeah.
walk with you,
But it really makes it clear where you stand. Oh, that
it was
quiz
so
was
good.
so good.
Yeah. What kind of tips did you get?
Oh
What
yeah.
was your area of?
Oh, mine means basically it was like
Okay.
overwhelmed. So my result was
Ah.
simplify.
Okay.
Yeah, you are too overwhelmed, and yeah, I think that is the common problem with entrepreneurs. Yeah, they just want to
Yeah.
do too much. Yeah,
So
so even now I have to walk my talk. Yeah,
well, that's okay.
yeah,
But, understanding that's where the place that you have to start allows you then to make a plan, and it's just one step at a time. And when you look back at all those steps, you can see how far you've come. So, we want to meet you exactly where you are. If this is where you're struggling, here's some tips to help you. I have a podcast as well, which has lots of tips. We offer all kinds of things like that. But if you want someone to walk with you to give you more personalized and customized attention related to simplification or clarity, we would love to work with them more directly. But the quiz is free. It takes
Oh,
about 10
thank you.
minutes.
I would love to
Yeah,
collaborate
super
with you.
easy.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. So I have a one question for you. What is the one question which I should have asked you, but I did not?
My favorite question is, what is brand magic and why does it matter?
Uh-huh.
Brand magic is
Okay.
that irresistible spark your business gives off when everything clicks together, where your purpose and your visuals and your message and your energy come together. It's the magnetism that pulls in your dream clients and whispers, "You belong here." It is not simply a tagline or a logo. It is the holistic, aligned expression of who you are, what you do, and how you serve, wrapped in this beautiful bow of clarity, confidence, and consistency. At Wickedly Branded, we define brand magic as the emotional connection, strategic clarity, and bold intentionality that makes a brand feel truly alive, deeply human, wildly aligned, and completely unforgettable. And then why does this brand magic matter? So it's really noisy out there. There's a sea of
Oh, yeah.
sameness existing in social media. And if you're a service provider, a coach, or consultant, or creative who knows you're here to make a difference, like deep in your bones and in your soul, but your brand feels more meh than magnetic, you are not alone. Your brand magic, when you find your brand magic, it can be your superpower. It gives you clarity, which means you stop spinning in the overwhelm. I call it the tornado of overwhelm. You finally know what to say, where to show up, and how to express what makes you truly magical. You get confidence because you're not just putting yourself out there, you're showing up with that clarity, with boldness, and with trust and purpose. You're trusting yourself at a whole different level when you are clear. You have connection because you're attracting the right people, those who light up when they find you, those favorite clients that you cannot wait to work with and help because your message is finally connecting and resonating with the right people. And the last thing is momentum. When aligned strategy and your systems come together, your brand becomes a growth engine instead of a guessing game. So you have to think about where can your magic show up for you more than it is right now. Start journaling about, what is my brand magic? What makes me uniquely me? Why did I start this business? What about the transformation that I offer with my clients matters? Do that work, and then everything else should follow all of that.
You said it so eloquently. I don't want to say anything after that. So just, yeah, I want to ask you, if someone wants to take your help, where they can find you. Means you mentioned some channels, but I just want to know more about, yeah, your website or your social media, and where they can find you and how you can
So
help them.
wickedlybranded.com is the website, and you'll find the quiz right in the top part of it. Or you can visit any of the social media sites and you'll see us at Wickedly Branded is our handle. And anywhere like LinkedIn, you'll see me. You can connect with me at Beverly Cornell, Cornell. We're everywhere.
That is really great. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming on our podcast, blessing our family, our communities, our family. And it was such a breath of fresh air. Keep up the great work. I really want to say thank you. Thank you from bottom of my heart, and looking forward to collaborating
Wonderful,
with
Sue.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me today.
Sure, take care.
Success stories from busy professionals just like you. As a full-time project manager and dad of two, I was skeptical about fitting another business opportunity into my packed schedule. But this system was different. The ready-made products meant I didn't have to create content from scratch. And the step-by-step implementation meant I could make progress in 30-minute chunks after the kids went to bed. I launched my first digital course in 3 weeks of evenings and weekends, and made my first sales within a month. This is the first program that worked with my real life. James T., project manager and side hustle entrepreneur.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We are blessed to have you as part of our community, and whatever way we can help you, serve you, let us know. Please subscribe and let us know how we can help you, what resources you want. We have lots of free resources and also free collaboration joint venture groups you can join and explode your business, because most solopreneurs quit their business before they launch their first products, and I don't want that to happen to you. And that's why we have special launch service where you can monetize your digitals and become profitable as fast as within 7 days. And if you want to scale your business, join our membership New Beginning Success Collaboration, where we'll provide you MRR and PLR products and collaborations so that you can scale your business with ease and effortlessly. And hey, if you want to sell your digitals all over the world, yes, we will provide you affiliates more than 200 countries. So everything is possible. Just live your dream, follow your dream, and whichever way we can help you, do let us know. Thank you and God bless you.